One thing that comes with being a celebrity is having millions of adoring fans. They're the ones who purchase concert tickets, line their bedroom walls with posters, and they're the first to comment on their favorite celebs' social media posts. But sometimes these fans can take their love and devotion a little too far. We're about to show you everything from fans who have rooms full of memorabilia to the ones who push their obsession so far they ended up behind bars. If this is your first time visiting our channel, don't forget to subscribe and please give this video a big thumbs up. Today, we'll be showing you 10 fans who took their obsession too far. Rihanna. Rihanna makes amazing music and slays every outfit she wears. Plus, she always treats her fans with kindness in person and on social media. The superstar has transcended the music industry and had made waves in the fashion world by launching her own Fenty clothing and footwear collection with Puma. No matter what business venture she tackles, her followers support her every step of the way. We can understand why her fans are enamored with her. She just seems to have it all, and she's always living life like there's no tomorrow. She effortlessly draws her fans in with her contagiously carefree attitude. But there's a huge difference between admiration and obsession. And to some people, this Rihanna superfan is definitely taking her love for the artist way too far. Her name is Sarah Ridge from Wiltshire, England. She's devoted many years of her life to turning her body into a shrine for the singer. The superfan has covered her arms, shoulders, and back with various tattoos dedicated to the singer. She also has a few replicas of Rihanna's own ink on her body too. Sarah said her love for the artist started when she was just 14 years old. Her family and friends think her obsession is a bit weird, but that hasn't stopped her from spending over $1,200 in total on her body art. She knows that her tattoos might turn some guys off, but she's not worried about impressing them at all. She's only interested in dating fellas who love Rihanna just as much as she does. Kim and Kanye. Obsessed fans have no limit to how far they'll go to prove just how much they love and adore their favorite star. While the rest of the world may cringe at their displays of loyalty, these fans don't see anything wrong with getting covered in ink. They use their body art as symbols of their devotion. Most Kim Kardashian and Kanye West fans know their support by following the couple on social media or purchasing Kanye's music. They even show their love by tuning into Kim's reality show. If you do all these things, then you probably consider yourself a fan of this power couple, but you have nothing on this Twitter user. This man posted a photo of his brand new tattoo of Kim's first and last name on his leg. Of course, he tweeted a picture of his fan art to Kim and asked her if she approved of the ink. Kim replied with a bunch of emojis that showed not only did she approve, but she was in love with the tattoo. Surprisingly, he didn't stop there. The same fan went and had Kanye's first and last name tattooed on his other leg. He later tweeted Kim and asked her if he should add tattoos of some of her Kimojis to his legs. Although she didn't reply, we're pretty sure this won't be the last Kim and Kanye inspired tattoos that this crazed fan will receive. Madonna. Since she has been in the music industry for decades, it's no surprise that Madonna has a bunch of fans who idolize her. But one fan in particular is the epitome of obsessed. His name is James Harknett, and he has been a longtime fan of the Material Girl. He has one of the most impressive Madonna memorabilia collections we've ever seen. Seriously, his entire home is practically a shrine to the pop star. Nearly every inch of his humble abode is covered with Madonna items. Not only does he have magazines, store displays, and posters in his collection, but he also has some of Madonna's costumes. The superfan even scored a few props from the singer's 1996 movie, Evita. James's love for Madonna started when he was just 11 years old. From a very early age, he had an intense desire to collect everything that had the superstar's face on it. When she released a new album, he would run and pick up the CD from the record store, and when she would appear on the cover of a magazine, he had to buy a copy of the publication. Within his first year of being a superfan, his bedroom was completely covered in all things Madonna related. He calls his home a living museum, and he donates many of the items from his own personal collection to various Madonna exhibits. Miley Cyrus. This next crazed fan shows us what happens when your admiration for a star goes a bit too far. A man named Carl McCoy may have been a bit older than most Miley Cyrus fans, but that didn't stop him from showing the world how obsessed he was. At one time, McCoy turned his body into a living, breathing mural for the singer and actress. He had her song titles Obsessed and Breakout inked onto his arms and even had Miley's name tattooed on his collarbone. He also added portraits of her face in various places on his body. After Miley shifted from the girl next door to the tongue-wagging twerker, Carl had second thoughts. This was not only about his ink, but also about his love for the celebrity. He spent over $3,500 on his tattoos, but he felt he reached the point where it was time to get them all covered up. The dad of three, who also named one of his West's kids after the singer, said he was upset with Miley's silly change of behavior. Sadly, his time as a superfan was coming to an end. As a final farewell to the singer, he went through laser treatment to have some of his tattoos removed. Now that Miley has returned to her roots, we think Carl might reignite his love for the singer. Kim Kardashian. We've already shown you one fan who displayed his love for Kim and Kanye to the world, and now we're adding another Kim fanatic to the list. It seems like there's no limit to the number of people who just can't get enough of the reality TV star. They follow her every move, emulate her sense of style, and try their hardest to copy her infamous highlight and contour routine. Some of her fans even go to great lengths to get the star's signature curvy body. A nurse named Marlene from Florida spent $10,000 to get Kim's famous tush. Marlene said she was happy with the way her backside looked before, but she wanted it to be a little more pronounced to replicate Kim's hourglass shape. So she gained 20 pounds and headed off to a plastic surgeon named Dr. Miami. The doctor transferred fat from other parts of her body and had 4 pounds of it injected into her butt. After finishing the surgery, Marlene had no problem admitting Kim was the inspiration for her brand new figure. While some people may think going under the knife to look like a celeb is definitely taking things too far, it's not even the tip of the iceberg when it comes to crazy things fans have done. Get ready, because we're about to show you one fan who did something extremely bizarre that you'll never believe. Justin Bieber. He may not always be on his best behavior, but that hasn't stopped Justin Bieber from raking in millions of fans all across the globe. Early in his career, his teenage followers obsessed over his good looks, charm, and amazing vocal abilities. And as he has gotten older, his fan base has matured right along with him. Many of them are still obsessed with him as they were when he first emerged on the music scene. One of these superfans is Gabrielle Newton-Bieber. Yes, you heard that right. Her last name is actually Bieber. Obviously, she wasn't born with that surname. She had it legally changed and likes to pretend she and Justin are husband and wife. The woman gave an interview to a magazine and said Justin was the only man for her. Her love for the singer started when she was just 16 years old. When she turned 18, she begged her mom to give her permission to legally change her name. Eventually, her mom gave in and even paid the legal fees to have her name hyphenated to Newton Bieber. Gabrielle even spends a lot of time cuddling and talking to a cutout poster of the star. She also has 5 Justin-inspired tattoos on her body, including a tattoo of the same key that the singer wears around his neck. She said as she has gotten older, her love for him has grown even more. When she talks to anyone, she always refers to Justin as her husband, and she doesn't plan on dating anybody else unless they look exactly like the singer. Ariana Grande. While some fans seem to be harmless, there are others who have taken their admiration to new, scary levels. At one time, Ariana Grande dealt with a stalker who was turning her life into a nightmare, and we're so glad her ordeal is finally over. A man named Timothy Normandin wasn't a typical fan. He wasn't just seeking an autograph or a selfie with the singer. He was absolutely obsessed with Ariana, to the point where the law had to intervene. The man had multiple run-ins with the singer throughout the years, and over time, things got more and more strange. He would send her various random gifts, including a 42-pound pumpkin, a $200 anklet, dog and cat calendars, and a candle. When those gifts failed to give him the attention he was seeking, he popped up at Ariana's record company one day while wearing a Santa suit. He was also accused of sending the singer a bunch of weird text messages and writing some creepy poems about her on his Facebook page. When he tried to gain access to the singer at one of her concerts, security guards stopped him, and he was later placed under arrest. In December 2016, he admitted he had been stalking the singer, and his 3-year obsession with the singer was finally put to an end. Taylor Swift. If you thought Ariana Grande's fan was a bit nutty, just wait until you hear about a man who was making Taylor Swift extremely uncomfortable. For months, a man named Mohammed Jafar lurked around the singer's luxury Tribeca, New York apartment complex. He even gained access to her roof in hopes that he could have a face-to-face meeting with the star. When he was told to take a hike, Mohammed returned 4 more times over the next 2 months. Surveillance footage allegedly caught him walking around a hallway directly outside the pop star's penthouse suite. One time, he actually rang her buzzer for an hour straight in an attempt to finally meet her. When no one answered the door, he called her management company 59 times between and demanded to get in touch with the singer. A series of tweets from his Twitter showed messages that said things such as, "I need to meet you tonight." Pretty creepy, right? It wasn't until March 2016 that he was finally nabbed and thrown in the clinker. We are all for people expressing themselves and their love for their favorite artists, as long as they don't cross the line. In this case, this man went way too far in his quest to gain access to Taylor. We're just glad he was apprehended before he could get too close to her. Drake. When crazy fans get a little too close for comfort, some famous people don't even think twice about calling the authorities. However, Drake is one artist who went easy on his crazed fan, even though the woman was clearly in the wrong. In April 2017, his superfan gained access to his California mansion and literally made herself at home. She helped herself to some Pepsi, Sprite, and a bottle of Fiji water. The fan even changed into one of the rapper's hoodies and made herself comfortable in one of his bedrooms. When someone finally called the police, the woman was charged with accessing the home, and she was facing some serious time behind bars. But thankfully, the object of her affection came to the rescue. When it came time to charge the woman in the court of law, Drake cut the fan some slack. The rapper wouldn't cooperate with the prosecution, and he refused to press charges against her. Sources reported that Drake felt the woman was suffering from mental issues. He thought it would be too cruel to send someone with a mental disorder to prison. Instead, he wanted her to get some much-needed help. Leave it to Drake to be the nice guy, even in a situation as crazy as this one. But let's just hope this obsessed fan finally learned her lesson. Celebrities' homes should definitely be off limits. Kylie Jenner. Just like her big sister Kim, Kylie Jenner has a legion of fans who adore her and support all her business ventures. If you think you're a huge Kylie supporter, you probably have nothing on her fan, Johnny Cyrus. He has proven that he's the beauty guru's #1 fan, to the point that even Kylie acknowledges him on social media and in real life. Johnny's dedication to Kylie has become the talk of the internet. It's hard to believe that someone could actually be this obsessed with another person. He not only supports her by showing up to all her public events, but he has also covered his body in a bunch of Kylie-inspired tattoos. He has inked her lip kit, Dripping Lips logo on his body, and he also has a tattoo of her lip kit color, swatches, on his arm. It didn't take long for Kylie to recognize him and how much he supported her throughout the years, and now the two have even become friends. Before, he would freak out every time she would like one of his pictures or DM him, but now the attention he gets from her doesn't even faze him. The two chat regularly online about personal things. It was Kylie who encouraged Johnny to brush the haters off and ignore those who didn't support his obsession. These days, Kylie is very generous to her superfan. She even sends him gifts, including candy for Christmas, some products from Rob Kardashian's sock line, and a Kylie t-shirt. Sometimes, being an obsessed fan really does pay off. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you enjoyed it. Let us know what you think in the comment section below, and be sure to check out our friends at The Trendy to see more cool videos for teenagers.